What's up, Bills Mafia? I got your stock up and I got your stock down following that butt whooping against the Miami Dolphins on Thursday Night Football. But before we get to that, let's get to that intro.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win the Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you, every game, all right? Love you, 1-7. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking clout. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 It's showtime.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because I always forget to tell you what is up, Bills Mafia. Woo-wee! Happy Victory Friday to you. Man, was that a statement game or what? Was that a big old F you to all the doubters out there? All the national, well, at least maybe not all, but the majority of the national sports media who wrote off the Buffalo Bills entering the 2024 NFL season. Just totally wrote us off, right? Oh, that's it. You know, they lost Poyer Hyde and they lost Stephon Diggs. And that's it for the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen will not be the same old quarterback. They're going to go. They're going to regress. They're going to be in third place. It's all rebuild.
Okay.
Yeah, we're shutting that narrative up pretty quickly so far this season. Buffalo Bills 2-0. Listen, it is a long season. I get that, and I'm first to tell you it's a marathon, right? A lot can go on. A lot can happen in the NFL in the course of 18 weeks. It's a long season, injuries, all that. By the way, we already know. We know this too well. News came out today. Terrell Bernard, not looking good. He's probably going to miss about a month. I guess he's something with his pec. So not good. Not good. Torn pec or strained pectoral muscle, something like that. I got to dive more into it, but which we will tonight on Friday Night Lights at 9 p.m. So if you guys want to join in on the conversation, that's tonight, Friday Night Lights with me and Mikey. So join us tonight. But I got your stock up. I got your stock down. And there's not a lot of stock down. There really isn't. Bills Wire, once again, shout out to Bills Wire for creating this article. Let's dive into it. All right, stock up. All right. Oh, James Cook. From the beginning of this game, the night belonged to Cook. Not only was he efficient on the ground, but Cook also made an impact in the passing game as he scored on a 17-yard reception as well to show how good he was feeling coming off a solid week one. In terms of production and offensive workload, it seemed that Cook's dominance essentially shut the door on any comeback attempt by the Dolphins. So listen, I got to say something. James Cook is making me eat a little bit of crow. I got to be real with you. Making me eat a little bit of crow early on in this season. I like James Cook. I told y'all, James Cook is that dude. He is a good running back. But I also feel like there's some things that he could be better at. Pass protection, running in between the tackles. His contact balance can be a little better. His vision can be a little better. I'm not saying they're terrible, but they could be a little better. Pass protection could be a lot better. That's the one thing that he is not very good at. However, I got to say, this season so far through 2 weeks, his contact balance is a lot better. His running in between the tackles, a lot better. His vision, a lot better. You can see him growing as a running back. And that happens when you're on year 3, I believe he's on now. So look, I'm excited for him. That catch for the touchdown, that first drive, that's something that he would have dropped last year, and he did drop last year. And man, he made that catch, went in for the TD. And I got to tell you, that speed of James Cook really showed last night when he got to the edge. It is tough to catch that man. He does have some good speed, and that's why we drafted him, because of his hands and his speed. And his hands last year were an issue. So it's looking like he cleaned that part up. Yeah, man, kudos to James Cook. Definitely stock up. Love what I see early on. And by the way, you have to also give a shout out to that offensive line, because, man, they were creating massive holes for him to run through. So, I'm glad that he hit him. But, man, you also got to tip your cap to that offensive line. All right, next up. Stock down, wide receiver, Curtis Samuel. And I'll explain why I think. As has been mentioned on Bill's Wire numerous times for this section, it's hard to find faults with the player / phase of the game during a domination win such as Thursday's night is concerned. However, someone has to be discussed, and this week it's Samuel. While his lack of impact for the last 2 weeks could be chalked up to how much the Bills are running the football, there are still enough times for Samuel to do something, and he just hasn't made a memorable play yet. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think it's a turf toe. I think they're limiting Curtis Samuel in this offense early on in the season. He's not 100%. So I'm not going to, take digs at Curtis Samuel, like bad signing, or he's just not, producing what we thought he would produce on the football field. I think that turf toe injury, first of all, is very painful, very painful. And I think they're easing him in as the weeks go on. And by the way, I mean, was this really week 2? It was 4-day turnaround. He didn't get much rest, right? But now we got like a little mini bye week, as you could say, right? We don't play till next, Sunday. So we got a while to go. So he'll have a nice, 10 days to rest. And hopefully get a little bit better, because I do think you're going to see better Curtis Samuel as he starts to, get better, healthier. So I'm not overly concerned when it comes to Curtis Samuel in this offense, his role on this offense. All right, next up. But I also get they have to put a stock down. This is stock up, stock down. I get it. Stock up, quarterback Josh Allen, of course. Given how good Allen is, he is a candidate to make this list every time, especially with the amount of workload on his shoulders following the revamping of the wide receiver group heading into the season. Thanks to running back James Cook's huge night, Allen did not have to do much other than making the necessary plays to keep drives alive and allow players like Cook to make plays and take advantage of a Dolphins team that appeared to lose their spirit early on in this matchup. They didn't ask a lot of Allen, and they didn't need to. Not only that, you could kind of see his left hand at times bothering him. I believe he even dropped the ball once or mishandled it. He had a really bad throw. It looked like he was maybe something to do with his hand. You can kind of tell they were going to limit Allen as much as they can to protect him. And I get it, of course. Let's not be dumb when it comes to Josh Allen. He is our everything, especially on offense. Even though James Cook had a great game, without Josh Allen, this team ain't going anywhere. So, protect him as best as you can. And if he doesn't need to be Superman and wear that cape, then great. And I thought Josh Allen played a very clean game. He did what he had to do. He took what the defense was giving him. He did. I think he took off one time and slid for like 3 yards. Like, very smart play by Josh Allen. Nothing was forced downfield. I think he took one shot to MVS. By the way, that's 0 for 2 on MVS. And that's really on Allen. Allen's overthrowing still on those deep balls. Not sure why Allen is struggling with that, but I'm sure he'll find his way. But either way, there was nothing really forced downfield. Every throw that he did make was pretty much right on the mark. So Allen, great game, great leadership. Definitely stock up. Next up, stock down wide receiver Keon Coleman. After an encouraging week 1 in which he looked like he was going to be the primary wide receiver for Josh Allen to throw to, Coleman essentially took the night off on Thursday thanks to how well the offense was doing as a whole. Granted, Allen did not look Coleman's way that often on Thursday, and combined with Buffalo's being mostly run heavy while maintaining a huge lead. Coleman did not have much volume to work with either. Yeah, listen. Once again, man, Joe Brady's offense, at least what he said he was going to do this season, what his plan was, which is everybody's going to eat. Every week is going to be there may be a guy that shines more than the guy that shined the week before, right? And it's really looking like that so far early on. Listen, Keon Coleman is still raw in a way. The game's probably a little bit too fast right now for him, which most rookies have that issue coming into the NFL. It's going to slow down for him as the weeks go on. You're going to see flashes of Keon Coleman during the season. And then you're eventually, like I said, I think by year 2, year 3 is where we will see, everything we thought we would, envision for Keon Coleman. I don't know if you get that year 1, but you're going to see flashes throughout the season on why we drafted him, the reasons why. So be patient. Be patient with Keon Coleman is the one thing I could tell Bills Mafia out there. I wouldn't, freak out. Oh, no receptions. Oh, you bust. Like, way too early. Way too early. I wouldn't even freak out after year 1 if his numbers aren't through the roof, like what we wanted to see, right? 1,000 yards or 850. You got to pump your brakes a little bit. You got to understand the offense, what we're trying to do this year. You got to understand he's a rookie. You got to understand he's still a 2nd round pick. This isn't Marvin Harrison Jr. we're talking about. This is a guy that is going to probably need a little bit of work, right? And that's okay. He's going to master his craft. So I'm not worried about Keon Coleman. All right, next up, stock up linebacker, or let's say edge, Von Miller. Miller did not have the most dominant night that the Bills have seen from him or from a Buffalo defender this season. But what was encouraging regarding his stock with the speed that Miller displaying rushing the passer. Due to his recovery from his knee injury, Miller spent all of last season trying to get back into the swing of things. But Thursday showed that he still has some gas left in the tank, and that the best for him is still to come. Absolutely. He almost got to two a few times. He almost got to their backup that came in. Forget his damn name. Skylar Thompson a few times. He finally did get to him. I believe it was the 4th down is when he got the sack. You definitely can see the difference this year compared to last year when it comes to Von Miller. 100%. He's getting around. He's bending a lot better. He's getting around the edge a lot, like around the offensive line a lot better around the edge. His power rush is really looking solid. So that means his knee is 100, right? Like he is feeling good to be able to do all that stuff. And last night, man, he was dominant. He was dominating the line. He definitely was winning he was definitely winning the one-on-one battle against their offensive lineman most of the time. So it's great to see Von Miller, the old Von Miller back. At least the 2022 Von Miller back, right? When the Buffalo Bills signed him. So that's great because we need to get to the quarterback. We need those pressures. We need those sacks. Very important. You see how the game went on. You see what happened. You see what happened in week 1. When in the second half, the Bills started bringing that pressure and getting to Kyler Murray. Same thing this game. You saw when he started getting to Tua, the mistakes Tua was making. AJ Epinesa, right? Basically forced Tua to throw that terrible throwaway that barely, obviously did not get out of bounds and was picked off by Ingram. Took it to the house. That all is because of quarterback pressure, right? And when you have those quarterback pressures, mistakes happen. And Tua made quite a few last night, right? 3 interceptions, I believe he had. Not a pretty night by Tua all around. So yeah, I want to see more of that. And let's hope, man, knock on wood, man. The health of this team has to, man, can we catch a break? Man, we can't afford to lose anyone else. We really can't. All right, next up, stock up, Jamarcus Ingram. Hey, I was just talking about you, bud. It would be silly to end this article without mentioning the stellar play of Ingram on arguably the best night of his career to date. Ingram was incredible in coverage on Thursday, which is already impressive enough given that Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waller did not go off thanks to a sound Buffalo game plan. But Ingram made things impossible for Tua and company for being an absolute ball hawk, even taking an interception to the house to frustrate Miami's offense. And that's the end of that article. Thank you, Bills Wire. But yeah, man, Ingram was on it, boy, last night. What do you have? 2 picks? I believe he had 2 interceptions last night. Let me fact check that. But yeah, he had 2 interceptions, 1 to the house, and the other was Christian Benford. We almost had 3. DeMar Hamlin almost had that interception in the end zone there. But either way, ball hawking last night, boy, to its finest, and taking it to the house for 6 is always good. But yeah, man, very proud of that defense last night. Very proud of the way the offense as well, handled things. And I got to say, stock up, there's a couple things that weren't there for stock up. I'm going to put stock up for the complete defense. I'm not going to even put a particular player. I think the whole defense in a whole played absolutely great last night, considering they lost Terrell Bernard early in that game. And the guy that I was calling BS because dude's never healthy, Bale Inspector, I got to give him props. I got to tip my cap to him. Guy came in and did a very good job filling in for Terrell Bernard. I got to say, too, Sean McDermott has these guys that are filling in, these depth guys that are having to fill big shoes. He has these guys playing at a high level, man. And kudos to him and kudos to that coaching staff, Bobby Babbage, as well. The DB's coach, the guy that we just brung in from the U. I'm sorry I forget his name, but you can see what a difference he's made with the DBs. So stock up for the whole Bills defense. Also stock up for Khalil Shakir. He was not on that article. He should have been. Khalil Shakir, man. I said it to start the season. He is going to be our number 1 this year. The dude is very underrated, not talked about as, like he should be. I just love the guy, man. I love the guy on and off the field. I think he's a true professional. And he's a team player, bro. He is a team player, team guy. But he gives everything he has out there on that field. And I just love the dude, man. And not only that, if you ever notice when Josh Allen needs a guy to go to, he's the guy, man. Like, he is his security blanket. I know a lot of y'all thought it was going to be Dalton Kincaid. And Dalton Kincaid, by the way, last night had a good game too. I would even give him a stock up. But Khalil Shakir is turning into that security blanket. He is turning into the guy that Josh Allen trusts the most when things are breaking down. He needs somebody to make a play. It's Khalil Shakir. So yeah, love that dude, man. Stock up for Khalil Shakir. Stock up also for the coaching staff, the whole coaching staff. Sean McDermott, Bobby Babich, Joe Brady, and everyone else on that coaching staff. I feel like they've done a phenomenal job through the first 2 weeks. Really, really impressed by this coaching staff, especially with all the injuries that the Buffalo Bills, have had over the last 2 weeks, and really even before the season started with Matt Milano. So kudos to them. Stock up to them too in this game. Well prepared on a short week, and we went in there and dominated. We dominated from the beginning to the end. And by the way, we let off the gas pedal, which I don't like. I got to be honest with you guys. I don't like that. I feel like we should have kept that pedal to the metal. It's the NFL, man. Anything can happen. I turn over here and there. Before you know it, it's a 14-point lead. Before you know it, it's a 7-point lead. And before you know it, there's 3 minutes left and they have the ball going to tie the game. I'm just throwing that out there. It's the NFL. It can happen. And that's why, stock down. And he almost didn't get a stock down real quick. Tyler fucking Bass. He would have got a stock up from me, or I probably would have just left him alone. But either way, come on, man. That easy-ass field goal. What is going on with that dude, man? Bro, there is no excuse for missing that field goal, man. Zero excuse for missing that field goal. So he made a long of 43, and he missed like a chip shot. I don't know how long that field goal was. I want to say it was 30-something yards. Bro, ball was centered right in the middle. Like, what are you doing there? And he was way off. It was not even close. And that was a normal weathered game. There was no rain, no winds, no nothing. He just shanked it. Terrible. And sometimes those kind of misses can cost your game. Even though you're way up, you feel like you're cruising. But that would have put us up 34-10, right? At least I would have been like, hey, okay, way out of hand. Even if a mistake here happens here and there and Dolphins get a fumble or we fumble and they get a quick touchdown, we're still up, right? Just throwing that out there. We're still up a certain amount of points. Like, every point counts in the NFL, man. Every point matters in the NFL. Can't leave points off the board, bro, especially easy ones. I don't know what is going on with Bass, man, but we need it. We can't do nothing about it, but he has to be better. Something's going on there mentally. Something's going on mentally upstairs. But he better correct that, because there's going to be a game where we absolutely need an important field goal to be made. And do we trust him? I don't. But I would say, yeah, stock down because of that. But there wasn't much stock down, like I said. Stock up. Offensive line stock up. I thought they played way cleaner than they did last week. Osiris Torrance, way cleaner. Spencer Brown, way cleaner. I'm talking about penalties. The run blocking, pass protection, way better tonight than it was on Sunday versus the Cardinals. You saw the holes that were there for James Cook. You saw the time Josh Allen had to throw. A little bit with McGovern at center and Edwards going to left guard, but right now, so I know it's early on once again, but through 2 weeks of football, so far so good. I gotta say, first week I get it, a little bit of rust, right? Your first week, there's going to be mistakes made, but it looks like we cleaned that shit up in a span of 4 days, bro. Right? Not even a week, and it was way better. So stock up to the whole offensive line for doing their job, doing it well. Who else? I think that's it, guys. So listen, comment below if I missed someone or you guys have somebody stock down, stock up, stock down. Put it in the comment section. I want to give you a little preview of what's going on this weekend on the Mafia Sports Report channel. So tonight, 9 p.m., Friday Night Lights with me and Mikey at 9 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss that. Saturday at 2 p.m. is Fantasy Kingdom. So everyone that plays fantasy football, which is a lot of y'all, you don't want to miss that. It's with Mikey and Howie at 2 p.m. Eastern. Then at 4 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, AFC East Shakedown on the Mafia Sports Report channel. You don't want to miss that either. And then we are going to be back on Monday. We're going to be back Monday at 9 p.m. Me and Mikey, Mafia Sports Report. So you don't want to miss that either. So guys, Bills Mafia, I'll see you tonight. I love you. And as always, go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace. See you later.